college application essay may be small, less than 650 words, but the way it carries your ambitions and seeks to express your very identity is an enormous task. Even students poised to write about meaningful experiences can feel paralyzed as they approach the most important writing of their life to date. Now, all of these challenges are compounded when you multiply the pressure of putting words to topics that have meant so much to you already. Topics like soccer, or family, or learning disability, or visiting Africa. So the first quality that makes a winning college application essay comes straight from the handbook on how to make your essay memorable. And I have named it the side door entrance. And it's something I teach all of my Boxcar Writing Lab students. So the side door entrance is the place where you set the tone for admissions to notice you, because with so many qualified candidates just like you, applying to great schools just like you want to stand out. So the lesson of the side door entrance is all about surprising and delighting your reader by not doing what they expect. So you don't walk through the front door of your topic. Instead, make a side door entrance. With a side door entrance, you avoid saying things like, "Soccer means everything to me," by instead sending your reader back in time to a grueling practice when you struggled just to finish last. And instead of telling us about your ADHD, you send us to a moment in time where you and your grade school best friend are barreling down the hillside on mountain bikes without a care in the world. And instead of even saying Africa in the first paragraph, tell us about your beloved blue necklace and the way it complements some of your favorite outfits. The catch? That grueling practice where you finish last is your conversation starter for what you know about grit. Because it turns out that soccer really isn't your topic, but the inspiration for your understanding of determination, motivation, and measurable outcomes. And you needed these lessons because when you started high school, you were low on ambition and without strong study skills. Now the lessons from the practice field, not the soccer game, are your basis for the mantra, hard work always pays off. Your essay seeks to examine the translation of physical challenges to emotional toughness. So that day you were barreling down the hill on the mountain bike and the wind was blowing through your hair and the branches were whipping your legs and arms. You felt free because you weren't confined to a desk. In fact, the outdoors have always invited you to use your strength, your agility, your sense of adventure, and the opposite way that school has asked you to pause them. In fact, you've had to work hard to develop the attention to detail and follow through that school demands. And your essay pays tribute to the minute discoveries that have paid huge dividends, like learning allies and planning ahead and balancing your life with outdoor adventures that allow you to use your natural talents for being in the moment. In this way, your essay is not about ADHD, but about overcoming obstacles and practicing behaviors that lead to success. It's about showing colleges you may have challenges, but you know how to handle them. So that necklace that you wear, the string of blue beads that everyone admires and matches your favorite outfits, well, it's actually made of paper, newspaper in fact. Because the woman who made your necklace uses what material she has to make beads just like yours from scraps of newspaper before adding a bright color and shellac. You know this because you talked to her when you visited the market last summer in Kampala, Uganda. Your time in Africa brightened your imagination about what's possible when one's options are limited. And from the bead makers in Kampala, not the trip to Africa, you've gained wisdom about ingenuity, community, and commerce that speaks deeply to the future plans you have for your life. So those are 3 examples of side door entrances, and I want you to notice that I chose 2 topics, sports and volunteering, or even mission trip, that many others will forbid you from because they'll say that too many other candidates are writing on those topics and you don't want to be a cliche. And I really don't believe that any topic should be forbidden. It's really the way that you write about yourself that distinguishes yourself from other qualified candidates. And so this side door entrance is really our first tip, or really even our first trick, in how to be a standout writer. And it's one of the ways that the essays my students have written have really caused them to get the attention of admissions. So I have so many more lessons to share with you, and this is just the first video that I wanted to send along. Stay tuned to my next video where I'm going to share more about how to stand out in your college application essay. I will see you there.